the new patch is dropped, and it has effectively killed base rushing the Patron after it drops, which would usually mean you lost the game because there was not really any practical way to stop it other than taking a fight outside of the Patron, but even that was largely ineffective when, one M1 character can just walk in the pit and end the game. Now, having one player in the pit gives the Patron 50% damage reduction, so to all types of damage, and two players in the pit gives it damage immunity, or invincibility after a 2-second delay of being in the pit. So this pretty much means you need to kill all 6 players. 5 players, but 50% is still a lot of damage reduction. This brings us to a game state that requires you to interact with all enemy heroes before ending the game. This will no doubt increase the average length of every single Deadlock game, because you can no longer just Zerg rush the weakened Patron. This also changes the dynamic of team compositions, where previously having one fed M1 character was just a guaranteed way to end the game. Now it's more in favor of heavy teamfight heroes, like Dynamo with his Black Hole, or Kelvin Dome to outnumber enemies, or Shiv to kill everyone at low health. I also think Victor is going to be very annoying to deal with, since he cannot be ignored in the pit anymore. But wait, there's also more. The defending team has potential to stall the game from ending by having at least 2 players in the pit at all times. This means you can essentially have lower health players heal, then come back and apply the invincibility. This kind of loop is kind of a problem, especially if the enemy is a slippery hero like Pocket or Mina, who can just get in and out of the pit as they desire. But wait, it's actually worse than you think, because the defending team can also sell some of their more useless items and just buy items like Metal Skin or Ethereal Shift. PSA on the Patron when using Ethereal Shift while in the pit: the Patron does not count you if you are in Ethereal Shift, but for whatever reason, after you come out of the Ethereal Shift, it immediately counts you, even though you didn't wait out the 2-second grace period. Very weird and very abusable. I hope this gets changed soon. Just buy items like Metal Skin or Ethereal Shift to further stall the game from ending, repeating the invincibility cycle on the Patron. I can already see it. This might be a problem. Hopefully they change it to 3 players for maximum invincibility. Maybe 2 players is a little too little, but we'll see. There's still a few strategies that you can try to employ to end the game. The first one is securing your lead as the team that is ahead. Your goal is to push in at least 2 lanes. Shoving 3 lanes can leave you kind of susceptible to getting ganked or outnumbered or outplayed if the enemy is intelligent enough, because your team always can't back you up when you're splitting 3 lanes, and someone might take advantage of that, but forget that part for now. But if you can, it's ideal to push in all 3 lanes. The idea is you continue building a lead by starving the enemy of their resources, from doing earn runs and farming their jungle, while also farming your own jungle, but that's quite a distance. So make sure to farm the jungle as a team, the enemy jungle, and then go back to your own. And while only committing to a push if you have the Rejuvenator, or forcing them to come fight for the Reju, which also creates an opportunity to pressure their base. You also want to kill both enemy shrines so they are constantly shoved in by Mega Troopers, which is like a new thing added into the game recently, where you kill 2 shrines, you get Mega Troopers, which auto-shove the lanes. But do be careful, because there are enemy heroes who can take advantage of the lanes always pushing in, like 2 players on carry type heroes who you might want them to absorb all the lane trooper souls, like a Victor or Infernus, and just bet everything on those 2 while the rest of you stall. If 2 players just absorb all the resources, you might have a fighting chance in the pit, but generally that team is starved out since only 2 of its players are getting the souls, while everyone on the enemy team is getting souls. So yeah, it's not ideal, but that's what it means to starve your enemy of resources, so you can end the game. Mega Troopers will always eventually shove in the lane, so they'll have to make a choice when they contest mid-boss with less numbers, while others defend from megas. The second idea is fighting outside their weakened patron while shoving in the lanes, but this will be very hard with Mega Troopers against you. You might as well force a fight anywhere outside the pit, because it is not only very restricting to fight in that small area, they won't be able to employ cheese tactics like stalling with metal skin or E-shift on slippery heroes while their fed carries pick you off. There's so much more to talk about, but then the video would go on forever and yada yada yada. So the last thing I want to talk about is anti-heal, which I think will be instrumental in ending the game, especially on heroes like Pocket, because you can't remove his ult unless you have a Divine Barrier. So this makes it so that healing inside your base is reduced, which makes it significantly harder to do the stall thing I was talking about, because it heavily relies on players using the base, the heal of the base, to sustain themselves while stalling. So I think anti-heal in general is just, it's a big boon for ending the game. And that about all wraps up the information I can provide in this video. I could be wrong about a few things, like the stall tactics being a problem, like you know, where you sell your items to buy metal skin and E-shift, kind of similar to Refresher, and you just pray that your fed carries clean up while you absorb spells. You'll probably die, but this is like the best fighting chance you'll have, but we'll see whether I'm actually right on that or not over the next few weeks. And sorry if there's not much relevant video on screen, but this is the fastest way to get the information out to players without heavily editing the video. So until next time, have a good one. I have good things planned for other videos like this. I might do more of these as well. We'll see.